Okay, hey Joe, this is take two. I'm going to start over from the beginning. So here you see that this says, instead of listen, it says read more. And when I click read more, we have the whole article and then your widgets right here, which I think is a fantastic solution. This is really cool, Joe. So great idea for trying to make it do something different other than link to iTunes. The article looks like this. So inside of GRN Alive, I put my mouse after the anchor and then I pressed read more. If I try it again, it won't let me have another one. Read more looks like that solid line in this screen. So I think what we're going to end up doing is putting the listen above, but it's going to link to read more, which is this.
Alrighty. And then you said you wanted to
How is this generated?
subscription.
Well, the page itself, so by default, EN is English. So that's something that's unique to your site that isn't necessarily unique to all of the sites we create, but because we use the translate option, that's forced and it's not something I can take away. We have a page that's listen, which is this one here. Let me show you that in the menu.
Yes.
Connect.
Okay.
And then here we have
Yes.
listen.
So
So listen is this piece right here. So the alias
Okay.
is going to be the slug of the page or the URL of the page. And because this is a text separator, if I try to go to, because it's a text separator type, if I try to go just there, I'm probably going to get an error. Right. So that doesn't exist. But that's okay. It's just a placeholder that gets us to another set of pages. Then next is going to be listen again. This is going to be the next part of the slug of the page. So it's separated by the /, and then listen again goes there. And then, since we are now looking at, this is an article.
Awesome. You're ahead of the game.
And if you notice here, it's 239 GRN Alive Monday. I think once I show you where this is found, you'll be like, oh, that makes sense now. So under publishing, I can figure out that the ID number is 239. In the article manager screen, that ID number is the far right column all the way over here. So 239. So I could, on this page, I could just put -239. And that's my page, that's my URL. The other thing that this page is tacking on that is not part of the one I just created was the article alias, which I can see here. So I could tack that on. But before I do, and I will do that, I'll show you where else it's located. It's located over here underneath the start and finish publishing dates. You can customize this part. It's not required. It's going to generate on its own, lowercase, dash instead of a space, based on the title of the article.
Yeah, anytime.
So again, I can just add this. This one doesn't require a /, it's just a dash, and then I get my address. So I didn't ask you on the phone if you still wanted the option for them to go find it on iTunes. I guess it'd be Apple Podcast. Maybe it's not actually iTunes, it's Apple Podcast. I don't know how they do that. I don't know their official language or what that app is even called. I have an Apple iPhone, so my article here, I'm going to do a couple of things, and I'm sorry this is going to be a little more technical and not quite as interface friendly. Okay, this is the read more. As long as my widget stays after the read more, I'm good. So that's fine. And maybe I still want that button to be after the read more, and it's going to say listen on iTunes podcast. So it's up to you. If you want to remove that button altogether, I would understand that. And then this one's going to say listen, but
So now what we have
we're
to do
going
is
to
we have
use
to
this
click
URL
that
instead.
subscribe here button. So to do that,
I'm going to
we're
replace
creating an article,
the target.
called
I guess I
bulletin.
don't have to do this on this screen. I can do that back here if that's helpful to you. I'm going to replace the target with that, and this one would not need to open in a new window. Click OK,
So if you go to article,
and then when I save and close that, and go back to listen again,
yes, so we're gonna
it now says
right
listen and then read more.
above the modules.
The last thing we're going to do, and this is when we're all is said and done, is on this listen again page. There's a setting under the article view to
You're gonna type in whatever message you want. So if you want it to say
hide read more.
subscribe to bulletin or whatever.
Let me
you want
refresh
it to
that.
say.
And that's what it looks like.
Okay.
So I will turn that back on just so it's easier for you to generate the respective article listen button link, and then we can turn that back off. It's under options, show read more, set that to hide. So I hope this is an easy solution, and I hope that helped answer the URL piece, the intuitive piece there. I guess if I look at menus and look at one more, maybe something that's a hidden page or your secondary menu, like missionaries, if I just copy that right there and add it after EN for English,
Just link it and put it to the button.
you should see missionaries there.
And if you want to go ahead and get that link, and to do that, you would just
Okay,
go to
you
your
found
page.
something to work, so I'm glad that worked out because I know I had kind of an outstanding email from you for
And
that.
it's going to open a new URL.
Great.
So you're just going to copy that entire
That's all for now. Talk to you soon. Take care and God bless.